Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. Today, I want to share with you introduction to the book of Yeshua. And no, not the Messiah Yeshua. There was another Yeshua. You guys are know him better as Joshua, the book of Joshua in the Old Testament. Now, I want to read some information, an introduction to the book, and I encourage you to read it because it was a book about Joshua taking over the reins of tribes of Israel and leading them into the promised land. So I'm going to read this to you. And the composition date was in between 1400 BCE to 1375 BCE. The name of the book comes from its author, Joshua, Yeshua, meaning Yahweh is salvation. His Hebrew name was shared by the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach. Early Jewish writers attributed this book to Joshua. While some modern critics debate this view, it is generally accepted that Joshua wrote the majority of the book, except for the final portion describing his death, chapter 24, verses 29 through 33. As to his portion, the authorship is in question, although Jewish tradition attributes it to Eleazar, Aaron's son. Background: the book of Joshua is the first of 12 books categorized as history. Yeshua continues where the book of Deuteronomy ends. It marks Israel's crossing of the Jordan into the land Yahweh promised to the descendants of Abraham and the conquest of those nations within Canaan. The book of Yeshua is an account of a people specifically chosen by Yahweh to retake a special part of the world from heathen nations that did not know or follow him. It shows Yahweh's faithfulness as he fulfills his promise of inheritance given to the seed of Abraham. Yahweh did not give Israel a commission to conquer the world with the sword, but sent them on a limited mission to reclaim a small part of the earth that belonged to him and cleanse it from all pagan worship. Israel's victories were a warning to all nations who resisted them that they were opposing Yahweh and he would disinherit all who rebelled against him. This book also illustrates Yahweh's righteous judgment on rebellious man. Only those who chose to serve him would inherit the blessing. In making the promised land their own, Israel was to establish a commonwealth ruled by Yahweh's righteous laws, while being a blessing to the world. The parallels of his kingdom are clear. All who obey and serve him will be rewarded with a portion of his future government coming to earth. Now you can find that in Daniel chapter 7, verse 27, Revelations chapter 2, 26, Revelations 5, verse 10. In addition, Joshua, who is a type of the Messiah, is a model of the kind of courage and devotion that every believer is to have. Joshua chapter 10, verse 25. And then you go to chapter 24 to 15. So it's like I said, we have another. He was an Old Testament version of Yeshua, Messiah. He's guided them to the promised land, and that's what Yeshua HaMashiach wants to do. The Messiah himself, he wants us to obey the laws, love one another, love our Maker, And anyways, like I said, that's a book I encourage you guys to study, and you find a wealth of information there and enlightenment. And anyways, that's all I want to say right now, and I hope you do check it out and comment below. Let me know what you think about Joshua and what he did for the tribes. And please give me a big thumbs up and hit that notification bell for more content, and subscribe, and feel free to watch my other videos. And I thank you again. I really thank you again for tuning in and joining me. So that said and done, thank you again. Peace out and shalom.